Welcome back to another episode of the Healthy with Heartland podcast. I'm your host. My name's Justin, also joined with your favorite creative directors, Simon and Shannon. Today we have some very special guests, Heartland's own Ladies of the Connect page, and other things which we're going to talk about as well. So that is Lindsay, Kat, and AJ joining us today. So before we get into the episode, let's send it over to Simon and Shannon for some announcements.
Awesome. Welcome back, Heartland family. If you're a Heartland customer and you're placing your reorder this month, we have an amazing special for you. If you place your reorder before July 31st, you can choose any 10 4-ounce servings of our burgers, our pork cutlets, or our chicken cutlets to come along with your order. So make sure to take advantage of that. Super delicious, and you'll be the envy of all your neighborhood barbecues. Mm-hmm. If you have not already, make sure to check out our referral rewards program. I'll have Simon post a link below in the comment section. Each entry for a referral equals one entry to the contest, and you have a chance to win a luxury gift, either a Yeti cooler or a Tory Burch bag, which will be very nice for summer.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for your Hungry with Heartland Food Challenge photos. We have loved seeing them and it's been so amazing. Make sure to continue posting those and let us know what's for dinner in our Heartland Foodies group. If you have not become a member of that, definitely do so you can stay up to date with all things Heartland. We're sure that you've noticed our change from the Kat and Lindsay page to the Heartland Connect page, and that's part of the reason why we have the whole team here who's going to talk a little bit about how they help you try to get your free order amongst other things. They're amazing. Here they are, the Heartland Connect team.
Woo, woo.
Welcome, ladies. Welcome.
Hello.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. So is that the Yetis for the men and the Birch is for the girls? Is that how it works?
Well, you can. They'll get to decide.
That's right.
Because that Yeti cooler is pretty bomb. I'd like to have one during my pop-ups. And speaking of pop-ups, ladies and gentlemen, Kat here, your event manager for Heartland Foods. Very happy to be a part of this Facebook Connect ladies. We are all ladies. Last time I checked.
That's right.
Last time I checked too.
Last time I checked. We're all ladies. So I just want to introduce myself for those who haven't met me or haven't seen my face on our Facebook page. I am Kat. I am actually the event manager for Heartland Foods. So I don't just do our pop-ups. I do all of our events, our festivals, our expos, fairs, everything slowly coming back to normal. Things are starting to pick up. So I find myself very busy, but that's good busy. Mm-hmm. So essentially our goal for the marketing team is many different ways, right? We want to, one, help you get your next order free. Eat free for life.
Did you say free?
I said free. Gratis. Libre. Zilch. No payment whatsoever.
Wonderful.
Okay, so how you do that, you get referrals coming into the door. Us ladies will take care of finessing those relationships and getting them the free tasting appointment and then getting those sold by our wonderful sales team and then getting them delivered. Our pop-ups are completely free. So this is an idea I had at the beginning of 2020, actually end of 2019, and trying to pivot on how we can market to help our customer get their next order free. So pop-ups are completely free to customers. What you do is you reach out to your reps or to Lindsay or the Facebook page, request to schedule a pop-up. I'll plug you in a date. It's a 2-hour event within a weekend or weekday evening where we come out, my team comes out, we cook our burgers, our all-natural burgers, we do crafts for the kids, we do a giveaway of a premium item, and you just invite your friends, your neighbors to come out, and we will do our side in, again, finessing these relationships with the attendees and getting them to do their scheduled their free tasting with us and then get it sold and get you guys referral credits. It's been very successful. We've had almost 15 so far. Yes, drop the bomb. And we've had, I think, 2 customers who had their free order through pop-up referrals. And a couple went from 0 to 3, right? So depending on where you are in your program, you can essentially get there sooner rather than later with doing absolutely nothing but just having a party in the front of your house.
That's wonderful.
Can't beat that.
Nope.
So any of my referrals that come in, if they don't set a tasting at the event, they'll actually be followed up by our referral specialist, Lindsay, who is an expert at this. She's been doing this for a long time for Heartland Foods. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce her and how she connects
Real
with
quick,
your
Kat.
referrals. Yeah.
Got a question for you. So even if, a lot of people don't know the whole neighborhood, don't we do a little bit of support to market the event as
We
well.
do.
So really, all they have to do is host it, and
Yes.
then we send mailers to the
We
neighborhood, something
do
like that.
send. We
Yep.
send. You see these nails? They handwrite 150 mailers twice to your neighborhood. So
That's right.
I haven't broken one yet. Thank you very much, Justin. So we do
There
we
you
do,
go.
do a mailer 2 weeks before, and then we do a follow-up postcard the week before to remind them, and that's been very successful as well. If you have a community page, a Facebook page for your HOA, post that. That's also been very effective.
Right.
So I always say quality over quantity. You know, do we need 50 people there? Probably not. But all it takes is that 2, 3, 4, 5 appointments that you get out of 10 people that makes this worthwhile. If we have 50 people, great. Well, let's make it a block party, no problem, and we'll get more. But I always say quality over quantity, and those people who respond to our invitations, they have taken genuine interest in attending. They've read about us on our website. They've seen our webinars. So we just kind of close the deal when they show up. So absolutely, we do help support with mailers and invitations to your neighborhood. So it'll bring in people that you don't even know. They're like, and you know what? Really great story. The other day, new neighbors came and they made new friends and they signed up.
That's
and
wonderful.
it got delivered. So referral and new friends came about with this pop-up. So it really brings neighborhoods together as well. Yeah.
It was a good way, I guess, during COVID to kind of like, be distanced at the same time
Yes.
while still introducing people. Because
Correct.
you want to talk about like how COVID essentially kind of,
Yeah,
popped
it
its
just
own-
really, people. I will say, people were excited to get out. Everybody, if they had issues with safety, they wore their mask. But you can't enjoy a all natural steak burger with a mask on. You have to take that off. But when they do, and then again, people are like, we're just so happy to get out. The feedback I've been getting, people, we've been stuck inside. This is just great to have that. Even if I don't get any referrals, I'm just happy to see people out.
Yes.
But they still get referrals, so that's just a plus. So it's just been so successful, and it's going to evolve to something more. Guys, my mind is like light bulbs everywhere. So when things go right, I'm going to keep adding on. Holidays are coming around.
That's right.
Something about fake snow or real snow, whatever works.
You heard it here first.
We have T-Bone, and we have a new baby, T-Bone Jr. Oh, we have 2 T-Bones.
Yeah.
He is on the way. T-Bone Jr. will be coming as well, joining T-Bone at pop-ups as well, because, we just have to make it fun. Again, Lindsay, this is Lindsay's turn. Referrals, Lindsay, referral
one more
specialist.
thing. How can they schedule if
So-
they're interested in a pop-up?
heartlandfoods.com/host hyphen,
Yep. Host-pop-up.
host-pop-up.
Yep. I'll put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments. Again, free. Give us all your available dates, and I will plug you in ASAP, and we will make it happen.
Boom.
I don't say no to anybody.
Sorry. Raymond says, "What's up, Kat?"
Most of the time. Hi, Raymond. Which one are you? Raymond, which
Raymond
one?
Martinez.
Hey, Raymond. Nice to meet you. Okay. Lindsay, it's your turn, Lindsay.
Hi, I'm Lindsay. As Kat said, I am here to help you earn.
Lindsay, can you step up closer to the mic? Yep.
I am Lindsay. I'm here to help you earn your free order, as Kat mentioned. And as she mentioned, at pop events, she's there to help you get scheduled for those tastings. But at times, everyone is so very busy. So sometimes I may just be the one to call you back and follow up to get you scheduled, because we know everyone is so busy, which is why our service is so wonderful for busy families.
Absolutely.
And that's one thing I love to talk to families about, is helping them with saving time at the grocery store or in the kitchen, because I have 2 little ones myself, and I know those extra minutes out of the kitchen, the grocery store is very helpful.
Saving time.
And I am here to help you, again, earn your free order. So you can call me, email me, text me. If you are on our portal, you can just fill it out on the portal, and it will your information will come over to me, and I can reach out to your friends and family.
Yep.
And
Lindsay, what's your email? Just so you
Lindsay at heartlandfoods.com.
can. Perfect.
And that's LINDSAY.
AY.
AY.
Don't forget the A.
Yes.
Or it's going to go to some other Lindsay that doesn't exist.
And then a lot of you have probably talked to me over the years. I've been here for about coming up on 5 years now, and I do call a lot of you to get you scheduled for your reorder. And I am just simply calling you to schedule, and you are still going to be able to work with your wonderful reps. Don't worry about that. They are still here to take your orders. I'm just helping them out to get you scheduled.
Wonderful.
So you can talk to me. I would love to talk to you, and I love how exciting everybody is about getting stocked up on their next orders. And when their freezers are getting bare and they're like, we're almost out of chicken. And also love to hear again how much everyone says their kids love our food too.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm here to help you earn your free order. Call me, text me, email me, however is easier for you. If you, your friends can call me, I can call them. So I am here to help.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
We appreciate that. I think it's a great transition from Lindsay talking about, being a referral specialist. She can help you out as far as like getting your friends more information, scheduling them for a tasting. So that's all wonderful stuff. And then we can kind of transition to AJ, which is also kind of a referral specialist in a way. But she'll go ahead and she can kind of let you know how she does that.
Well, I'm AJ, and I've actually been with Heartland. It's coming up on 5 years. Wow.
Yeah.
And I am actually your customer relations or customer service rep. And many of you have already spoken to me. I have assisted you or spoken to you if you received an item, damaged item, or if you received an item that you did not quite like, or if you're having a freezer issue or a grill issue. You have spoken to me, and I have entered service tickets to have the correct items sent or to have complimentary items sent. So many of you have already spoken to me, and I have just recently taken up the role of social media / Facebook liaison. And what I've been doing is, and I encourage you to go ahead and once you receive your food delivery, you can go ahead and take a picture of your fully stocked freezer and post it on Facebook and tag us, Heartland Connect, and I will in turn go ahead and contact all your likers or your commenters and go ahead and offer our service and ask if they would like a free tasting or if they would like to become members as well. So in turn, we will be assisting you in getting referrals, and the more referrals you get, then that's where your free order comes from.
Absolutely. I think it's so awesome, from all of your efforts and everything that you all are doing. I think it's super great because, like, this is all about sharing the health, right?
Right.
Either way, from hosting a pop-up to helping people with referrals to having people kind of get out there and post and engage with other friends and families. This is all just another avenue to be able to help people,
Absolutely.
right? Eat cleaner, safer, healthier food.
Absolutely.
So I think that's awesome.
So I will say that I was with Heartland 9 years ago, and I came back after taking a 5-year sabbatical with my firstborn daughter. So I was very excited to be back in the same role I was in 9 years ago. And a lot has changed, even on a referral standpoint, right? So Facebook was just starting up when I left my role. So we couldn't advertise pop-ups the way we do. We couldn't advertise referrals the way we do, right? So we have essentially leveraged social media to build a loyalty program for our customers, which is working fantastically well. What I used to hear a lot about, and I kind of took the whole referral thing where people are like, oh, I don't really have a lot of friends. I don't really talk to anybody. There's no one I can really refer. So we've taken that problem out the window. We overcome that because with pop-ups or even Facebook, you have people you're not even necessarily talking to that are liking your page, that are admiring your photos or learning about this opportunity where moms like Lindsay and myself who have a busy schedule and need to have healthier options for our kids, portion control, quick convenience way to prepare food. And even people who are here, we don't cook. Listen, a little salt and pepper goes a long way, okay? You don't need that extra A1 sauce. You do need barbecue sauce. But just our products are just so flavored on its own because it's all natural and because it's organic. It's very little. Now, if you're fancy, like some of our Heartland Foodies, I've seen somebody who cooked that. That was Zach. Zach cooked this rib. What did he cook the other day? Really, Zach? Not necessary bragging. There's sharing and there's bragging. Cut it out. But we are using this to help you all. If you're a customer before and have never even thought about telling a friend about us, just invite them to a party. You don't have to say you have to sign up for Heartland. It's just a good time with friends. You hang out. Again, we'll bring everything, and we bring the fun.
That's right.
Okay.
It's not easy just for moms. It's also very convenient for couples who, like for myself and my husband, we both have very long, difficult schedules. So a lot of times, we come home, we get home at 6, 7, 8 o'clock, and the last thing on our minds is to
make something.
To make something.
Like,
From
what are you
scratch,
cooking?
right.
What are you cooking?
Yeah. So it's
Pull a
very
chicken out the
easy.
freezer.
It's very easy to go ahead and just take something out of the freezer and put it in warm water, and it'll defrost, and you cook it, and it takes literally a whole meal. Literally
Under
takes
30
less.
minutes.
Yes.
Heartland under 30 minutes.
and
That's our next show.
That's the
Heartland
beauty
under
of
30
it.
minutes.
And that's what we're trying to convey to people, and so that they can come ahead and climb on board.
Do you want to hear something funny? So I know within our team, whether it's our reps or we all kind of had our share of trying to stay in shape and eating healthy.
Right.
I was when I was transitioning out of this role 6 years ago. My daughter turned 7 years ago. I was actually 8 months pregnant doing shows, and I was like lifting 50-pound coolers of freezer food. And my husband, I made my husband work with me just to watch me. He wasn't actually lifting the coolers. I would actually lift it myself, and then people were like, "Do you need help? Does she need help?" No, she's fine. And my husband would do all the cooking. So he's introvert, so he won't really talk to people. But he's stocky. My husband is big, bulky. So people are like, "Are you eating that chicken, sir?" And he's cutting the lemon pepper. He's like, "Yeah, I eat it every day." And then, even though we're both tired of it, because anyone who's been pregnant, after a while, you get sick of smell, you get sick of food. I was so tired of lemon pepper chicken. I love it again now because I'm not pregnant anymore. But they used to be like, "Hey, sir, do you eat this food?" And he's like, "Absolutely." And my husband's reluctantly cutting lemon pepper chicken because it's like his 100th for the day that he's serving the people. But it's just it's healthy for you.
Yes.
Sometimes have to force feed my husband food, but that's a whole different conversation. But I think that the Heartland Foodies, when you guys created it, it's fantastic because people would always ask, "Do you guys have recipes?"
Right.
So when at shows, they're like, "Do you guys?" Here's another question we get at shows: it's just like prepared meals, right? Or do you guys tell us what to cook? We don't,
Right.
per se, but I think we've provided a good support team of us and Heartland family members of what we cook, what we cook for our family, and we share it. And
It's a lot of information.
there's an app for everything, by the way. There's recipe.
Right.
It's like, I can't cook. How can I not cook? I quite understand. It's for some people, maybe they just really can't cook, but it breaks my heart when people don't even try to cook.
Yeah.
It's just so good. I'm
Right.
sure I can eat more food than I should because our food is so good. You can see Zach cooking like a 2-pound. I'm sure he eats all that. He just won't tell us.
Shares it with his friends.
He shares it with his friends and his dog, his beautiful dog. So again, our purpose, the Heartland ladies, Heartland Connect, Simon, Shannon, and the sales, we are here to help you get your next order for free. It really is not hard. It's not hard.
Not at all.
Not at all. Yeah.
Another like success story. If you have a community page for your HOA and stuff, I mean, if they have hundreds of houses, hundreds of residents within a community, you've never even met these people, just post the pop-up event, and people come out of the woodworks and realize, I didn't know that this was available to us.
Right.
Or another thing is. HOAs and communities also host their own private events that me personally as an event manager can't find in the public eye.
Right.
So if you're familiar with a local school events, family events that I don't have in my schedule, you let me know. We'll be there. We'll sponsor it. We'll pay for the fee. And anything that comes out of that event is your referral. I will say this again.
And bring all the goodies.
And yes. So if it's like a yard sale or a craft show or a high school fair that my team has not found, which there's a lot of them, because you have a small, close community, let us know about it. We'll be there. We'll pay for the fee to be there. We'll serve our food. And any referral that comes out of that will be your referral just by telling us about the event.
Yes.
No holds barred.
Gotta drop
Seriously,
the bomb.
That's awesome.
my schedule, not that it's not full already, but I will find a way to be there. Just let me know. I will plug it in. I will make it happen. I will clone myself and be there. If not, I'll be there. I'll be there.
That's
I love hosting events. You'll never find me in the office, guys. I will always be in the field. So make sure you say hi. If you ever see us at an event, either you see me or my team, Dave. Hi, Dave. If you ever sign up with Heartland through a young man named Dave, like salt and pepper hair, like grandpa. He's very young. He's like 35. But if you ever offered your free tasting and you decide to sign up, that is my ace. He gets him in and we close it out. So
That's awesome.
shout out to Dave.
So you guys talked about the benefits, and you kind of mentioned the food. But I'm interested in all of you having tried the food, having cooked the food. What are some of your favorite things to kind of cook up? What are your go-tos?
Steak burgers.
Pork
Steak
shoulder.
burgers.
Yeah.
Shoulders, yeah.
Ground chicken, ground turkey.
I
The ground
totally deep fry that pork. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Like chicharrones.
Oh my
yes.
goodness.
So I've done the oxtail.
You've done the oxtail as well?
Yes.
How was that?
Mother-in-law, I figured out how to make oxtail without you. Sorry.
Hey.
But I just Googled the recipe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because I didn't want to talk to her over the phone. Anyway.
Oh.
So we had oxtail, and all it was slow cooking. So I let it sit overnight, and it was fall off the bone the next day. And my husband was like, "Okay, you're 1/3 West Indian now," with the rest. But it's the simple things. You're right. The ground chickens, the ground burgers, they're so easy to prepare.
Yes.
The veggies, I put veggies in my potato salad, and that was a mother-in-law thing too. And it tastes better because then you have veggies with your carbs and your very delicious mayonnaise. Light mayonnaise, please. So it's so many things. I wish there was one thing I love cooking. It's the simplicity of what we have, coming home after a 14-hour work day, and then taking it out the freezer, sitting it there, change my clothes, take a shower, and it's ready to cook.
Yes.
George Foreman grill is a great tool to have. We cook our lemon pepper chicken in that in shows all the time. Air fryers, pop in the air fryer, leave it. It's ready to cook.
Yes.
Steam your vegetables, ready to cook.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've slow cooked some pulled pork before. We've done pulled pork. Yeah, it's so many things you can do
Right.
with our I've done a lot of beef fried rice, chicken fried rice, shrimp fried rice. I did some lo mein. I can keep going, guys.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry. They're posting it in the comments right now. They're hungry too.
So I was just telling Simon and Shannon before I got pulled to the event manager role because events started kind of picking up. I used to do live shows, live cooking shows with you guys. So I'd love to come back and do once a month a podcast of just cooking some of our stuff. And they'll be recorded, so you don't have to try to cook while you're at work. But you can follow along later, watch this again later. And, I'll learn with you guys. I mean, I'm not a certified chef. Shout out to Chef Arden. But I can mock up some flavors. I'll figure it out. I made some collard greens the other day.
You can cook.
Because my mom was like, we don't have collard greens for your daughter's birthday. I said, why are we making collard greens on a hot day? So I made it anyway with some turkey legs, smoked turkey. It was so good.
Delicious,
I just kept putting stuff in there.
Delicious.
I think the only way you mess up a recipe is too much salt, right? I think or too much pepper. Anything else is just flavor, right?
right.
Yeah.
Even though I love salt. Ooh,
Yeah,
my
I love-
blood
I was gonna
pressure.
say, I
went
love
up
salt
just
and
thinking about it. But I think that's the really only way you can really mess up a recipe. Or if you burn it, sorry, don't burn it.
Don't burn.
That's why air fryers are so good,
Yeah.
and George Foreman grills are so good. So if you mock that up, I don't know. We might have to have a
You need
cooking
help.
lesson somehow. But those two
We can
things,
help.
I think, yeah, those two technology has really helped. I would say it's very helpful for those who don't cook, not a big cooker, and if in question, always have a thermometer. If you don't know how to see if something's cooked, always have a thermometer at home and just poke it in there and get a temperature, internal temperature.
Yep.
So don't ask me what they're supposed to be. 165, 145, and 135. I don't know
Yeah.
which one's which.
165 is
I
like
think
well
it's
done. That's chicken.
165.
Well, that's
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah.
135 is steak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like medium
Medium.
rare.
Yep. And then 145, I think, is pork. And another thing I learned from Chef Arden was that pork, and another funny story, one of my banners, we had pork, and it looked pinkish in the middle.
That's right.
And they were like, that pork is not well done. I said, well, actually, since our products are all natural, you can kind of take a pork closer to like medium well with a slight pink.
Right.
And it's so juicy.
It's awesome.
Except for my chicharrones. I got to deep fry that to
Yeah,
death.
we got to sear that up.
Gotta sit all the way.
Gotta have that
and
crunch.
then
You gotta be
crunch. Yeah, gotta have the crunch and then let it fall off the bone. But a
right.
regular pork cutlet, you should be able to do medium well with
Yeah.
like a light pink, and the juice is just.
You can even,
That's
you
that
could even go
juicy.
lower than that too. Really, like you could do a medium, like pork loin or something like that. You can do a medium, but
yeah.
it's your preference,
It's your
really.
preference,
But
yeah.
you can because of
Let
the
me tell
quality
you.
of the pork.
When I'm cooking these burgers, somebody tell me well done, I make a face. You won't see me make the
Who's
face.
that? That's me.
No. Yes, AJ likes hockey pucks. I can't.
right.
But she's been eating like that for years. But when kids come up to me, not kids, I'm sorry, when parents come up to me of 20s, 30s, and they say, "Well done," I was like, "Your parents did not do you any justice." Medium well.
Yeah,
You
no,
love
mine
it.
has to be
No
well
worries.
done. Well done.
But you're right. Everybody has their preference, so
Right.
I get it. And I cook your burger to how you like. I have people that say, "Move, please." Still,
right.
still moving, and others will be like, "I don't want any pink or any blood in sight." So I will do both. I am your chef at request.
Wonderful. That's super cool.
So I don't see any emails coming in for requests for pop-ups. What is happening, people? Let's go.
We need some pop-ups.
just need some pop-ups. I would rather. Oh, there's Justin. I thought he went.
I'm still here.
You're still there. Yeah, so pop-ups, guys, our schedule is booking up. Fall is really show season, so a lot of home shows are coming back. And I want to get you scheduled in before I myself commit to an event for my team. So get your dates in. I want you to give us at least 2-3 weeks leeway, again, because of the mailers, to schedule it. So if you wanted to schedule something today, have it for the dates first week of August, last week of July, first week of August. Give us time to start sending these mailers out, and then we'll go from there. If it's hot, I'll bring water balloons. If you let me access your water line, I'll do a sprinkler system. Whatever you want to make the day amazing, you let me know. Tebow might not be there because it's a little hot to be in a costume, and I can't wet him because he's a costume. But any other way you want to make, if you have a pool if you have a community pool,
We'd love to be there.
we'd love to be there.
That's right.
Free. Let's do it again. Where's my noise? Free. Free. I can't sing. Free.
That's awesome.
Free pop-up events.
And
So-
and don't forget to post your freezer photo.
Right.
Post.
Right.
Yes.
Isn't that lovely? I mean, that gains so much attention. Like just by the
By the post,
by
yeah.
the
Yes.
post. People just look at it. What do you guys think
Absolutely.
They're
why
like,
that is?
They're like, is that all your food? That's a lot of food.
Yeah.
And people are like, first of all, we're not gonna ask you to eat it all at once. Let's start there. This is food consumed in the time that you plan it.
Right.
So people don't understand that about our service. So AJ and Lindsay and myself communicate that to these individuals. Like, listen, it is 6 months worth of food.
Right.
But we don't expect you to. Some people consume it in 8 months. Some people consume it sooner. That's why your first order typically is through your wellness consultant, because you kind of walk through your meal planning.
That's right.
Meal planning first, and then your reorder kind of gets a little easier, right? Because then you kind of know what you like to eat, how much more you're gonna find yourself cooking more at home. I feel when you do it
Yes.
Heartland,
Absolutely.
because you love the food. You're like, oh my god, I'm cooking like 6 nights a week now rather than 3, because I cannot wait to have this ribeye or our salmon or our cobia. Our new cobia, it's so good. So when we get off today, I am expecting my email to go bang of Heartland requests.
right.
So I can plug you in there, because I enjoy it and I bring my kids with me and we enjoy it. So it's just big old fun. And you don't have to have kids. Anybody can host a pop-up.
That's right.
I just like to
There you
drag
go.
my kids sometimes to
Yep.
pop-ups because they need something to do.
Now, we mentioned COVID briefly, but I'd just like to go down the line and just kind of, like what was, the scenario as far as like everyone, we talked about pop-ups, right? We talked about how successful they were. That was the resilience, right? Of you and Heartland Foods and you kind of bringing that. And then, I kind of want to get into, behind the scenes. Like we look like we didn't miss a step, right? If you look at it from the outside.
Shoot, we
I
were
will
trembling,
never-
we're like-
I will never, ever, ever forget the weekend of March 13th, 2020. And our phones were ringing off the hook. We had no idea what was going on. It's just, it's just call after call after call after call, and customers placing orders. We had people who wanted to become members, and we didn't know what was going on. And then, finally we found out that the state had been shut down, and all that other stuff. And I tell you, it's during that time, I'm going to say we're all a family here. We're a small, intimate
Group of people.
company, but we all just became like so
Close.
so close
Yeah.
and so tight, and we were countless. Oh my goodness,
Long
countless
day.
hours. I mean, I actually don't have any small kids. All my kids are grown. But I remember working 14, 15 hours, and it was like nonstop. And it was, we were working so hard, to please our customers and just to be there for our customers, and because they were worried too. And we had office staff packing orders. And it was like nonstop.
Everybody had to step up to the plate, kind of.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. And
No family left behind.
No.
No,
Even when they got to
and-
pack orders and drive trucks, I was driving.
Yeah.
They were like, Kat, there's no events. What are you going to do? I don't know. Figure out. So I was packing warehouse stuff.
Yes,
I was
yes.
feeling the like really understanding what the inside team does on a regular basis. Again,
Shout out to the inside team.
The processing, the orders, the service tickets for those missing items, the paper towel lists that, people were like, where's my paper towel? We got to get our paper towel. So going to get that from our supplier.
Yeah. Mind you, the nation is out of paper towels
Right.
and toilet paper
And
at this
toilet
point,
paper,
right? They're out of
yes.
all these things.
But we had it.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, we had it.
Yes.
So wherever they put, I was like, just put me wherever you need. There's no events, nothing's happening, no one's going outside. So figure out where I can be and I can help. And I did warehouse work, service tickets, drove the trucks around.
Yes.
It's so much fun to drive the trucks. But we as a company did amazing
Yes.
dealing with COVID. And now that things are coming back to normal, I don't think things should end. I think you should always know where the sources of your food are. I think you should take advantage of things being delivered to your home.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And, take less risks of going to the store and being in public. And then from there, just be a part of an amazing, organization that calls you guys family and not just customers.
Yes.
And you think about it now, right? There's so many businesses that are just online that you
Right.
send them an email. You can't really reach out to them. You don't talk to anybody. They have like all three of you that they can
Correct.
reach out to, that they can actually talk to.
Yeah,
right? I think
absolutely.
that's a huge aspect, especially now as technology kind of takes over everything. The fact that like there's three wonderful ladies here that will reach out to you, talk to you,
Yes.
and get you set up with the service. Anytime.
AJ was just mad because she was on Facebook checking messages till like 10 o'clock at night. It's really,
I was.
It's good and it's bad. Even for myself, who answered an email last night about an event at 11:30 trying to negotiate a price.
I was just going to say, it doesn't end when you
It doesn't, yeah.
Right.
No.
When it goes ding, so if you think you're not gonna get a response, I will respond to you at 9:30. Then what? Oh, what about
So
this
will
date?
I.
What about this date? Yeah, but we will not necessarily interact with non-customers. So like AJ won't necessarily reach out to non-customers late at night.
Right.
So let's get that straight.
Absolutely
We're still
not.
professional about how we
Yes.
reach out to non-customers if it's not something that they said to us first. So we will keep that within office respectable hours. But if you message me at 10 o'clock, you're gonna get an answer. So don't be mad. They were like, I didn't expect an answer. Well, you messaged me at 10. I'm gonna respond to you at 10. So but yeah, we as a team are here together to. 24/7. Facebook is 24/7.
That's right.
Doesn't sleep. Boy, take a nap. We're tired. But we thank you guys for having us here today. I think it will help our jobs. Help us do our job to help you guys
Yes.
get
Right.
your next order free.
And I think
Lindsay's
it's
still
important.
here. She's just so shy. She's just
I think it's great that, we can actually put a face to the names. They can actually know behind the scenes who they're actually dealing with. Because a lot of times, you call somebody on the phone and it's like, the interaction isn't really like intimate.
Right.
But
Right,
now they have, the ability to actually see y'all, be able to, interact with you. And then behind the scenes, even on Messenger, now when you say, hey, I'm AJ, hey, I'm Kat, hey, this is Lindsay, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
From the show.
That's
That's right.
that is us.
So I think that
Yeah,
I
I
really
think-
appreciate y'all joining us.
Thank you. For
Yeah, I
having
just
us.
think it's Yeah, it's just so great for everybody to see what happens behind the scenes for us customer facing, the reps and stuff. I don't think people fully realize that, when they need something, they reach out to me, that gets sent to AJ. She's the one who's actually going to execute that service ticket for them. Or if they need their reorder, I'll schedule it with them, and then Lindsay takes care of the whole packet, or we'll call the referrals. And yeah, so you all are just such wonderful parts of the organization. I just want to thank all three of you for everything that you do.
Thank you, ladies.
Justin.
It's awesome to recognize you guys. You guys do such a great job.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, Jen, you want to?
Does anybody have any questions for us? I see. Are there 7 people online? Any questions?
There are no questions, but we can give a couple shout outs. Victoria, Lori, Elle's on. She said she loves to show her freezer to people that are, I guess, basically guests.
We need to come back because it was cold that day. But we need to come back and actually cook burgers this time and do it again. Because I think yours would have been 10 times successful if the wind wasn't blowing so cold that day. Shout out to you, Elle. And Stephanie. And Gina. 3 girls.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. It was our pleasure having you on. We definitely would love to have you back on if you guys ever want to come on and talk.
I'm cooking.
We appreciate everything that you guys do. Thank you for your help, not only with the stuff that's customer facing, but all the things that you guys do behind the scenes, along with the warehouse staff and, everyone in the office. So thank you guys so much for joining us. And make sure for everyone listening, watching, or watching this after the live that you tune in next week for our podcast, which will be super exciting. So thank you guys for joining us. And with that, Justin, I think you can send us off.
Yeah, last important detail. This is the final podcast that will take place from the location that we've been at for 20 years. So it's been
we is moving.
That's it. So for those who don't know, the entire business is being moved to a new facility. We have outgrown our current facility. So next week we'll be live from our new spot in Frederick. Very excited for everybody to see the next phase of Heartland Foods. So thanks for tuning in. We'll do this again next week. And as always, stay healthy with Heartland.